Welcome, family and friends who are family. On behalf of Beth and Meg, thank you for being here this afternoon, for taking the time and making the journey to not only be a part of this day, but to share in the lives of Beth and Meg. Please be seated. Today, we are gathered to witness and celebrate a marriage. The marriage of these two beautiful human beings. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but rather an acknowledgement of the next chapter of Beth and Meg's lives together. They have spent years getting to know one another, and those of us in this place have the extreme privilege to bear witness to what this relationship has become. Today we affirm, both formally and publicly, in this beautiful Mount Airy forest, a space that gives us a glimpse into the love that Beth and Meg hold for one another. The nature, the trails, the trees, the flowers. This space, like so many of the spaces that they have explored together during their time as a couple. Beth and Meg, today you marry. You commit to being the partner, the one with whom the other can stand and face the world. If you ask couples with a strong and abiding love what it is they like most about their partners, many say that when they are with their person, that they don't have to pretend to be anything other than who they are. They are free to be authentically themselves, no judgment, no rejection, and there is room for both of you to be unique individuals. There is a freedom to be known and to be loved unconditionally. Throughout time immemorial, countless peoples from cultures, religions, and societies all around the world have gathered among family and friends to celebrate love and commitment. And each of these cultures has unique symbols and rituals, providing extensive archetypes that combine to symbolize marriage. And today we can celebrate marriage and wedding as a symbol. It's not magic. It does not create a relationship that was not already there. Beth and Meg, you have made commitments to each other, both small and large, in the days and the years since you have met. And what we are celebrating today is the continuation of those commitments and of a marriage already in progress. Beth, Meg, these vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to each other, you know all those things I've promised and hoped and dreamed and shared over the years? I meant it, all of it, each and every word. Up to this moment, you have been many things to each other. Friend, companion, lover, partner, teacher, and you have learned much from one another over these last few years. And shortly, you will say a few words that will take you across another threshold of life. Today, you shall say to one another, to those here today and to the world at large, this is my wife. And nothing is easier than standing here and saying those words. And nothing is more difficult than the living it out in the day-to-day. The promises you make today will need to be renewed and reaffirmed tomorrow and the next day and the next. And having considered these things, Meg, Beth, do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage. Okay, continue to hold hands since you're already holding hands. Maybe squeeze them a little bit tighter. This reaching out to someone, this being acknowledged, this need to be acknowledged and loved is a human need. And look at those hands of your partner. They are a gift. These are the hands of your very best friend. And here they are, holding yours on this, your wedding day. These hands, they'll work alongside yours. And together, with these hands, you are building your future together. Meg, here's your vows.
Bethany Joy Angstadt. People may not know this, but during our first year of dating, I surprised you with a picnic in DeVue Park to celebrate the anniversary of marriage equality. We decided to officially make June 26th Beth Day. For the past several years, we've celebrated Beth Day with different romantic surprises. We've had pillow fort movie nights, days spent at the pool, and we've celebrated every year with a handwritten love letter. I always love Beth Day because of how excited and surprised you are every year, and I know how special it makes you feel. We will continue to celebrate June 26th, but now that we're married, it seems more appropriate to truly celebrate by making every day Beth Day. It might not always be a big romantic gesture, but it'll still be a daily celebration of our love. It may be as simple as me getting up early to drive you to work, keeping you in constant supply of your favorite chips, and helping you in your garden. No matter what the day looks like, I vow to make our life together a celebration of love. I vow to always make sure you have space at our kitchen table for your puzzles. I vow to always carry your library bag, no matter how ridiculously heavy it gets. And finally, the big one, I vow to try not to leave my crafts all over the house. But I cannot promise that. It's right now a wreck. But I can promise that I will love you forever, and in sickness and health. And I'll celebrate every day of our life like Beth Day. I can't wait. I love you. Crushed it.
Dear Meg, in October of 2018, 1 month before I met you, I made a list of things I wanted to have in a partner. I said things like someone who can make and build things, a people person who's a good listener, and someone adventurous to help push me in new directions. I don't know how manifestation works, but somehow I spoke you into my life. This list became some of the many things I love about you. I love your many, many passions, embroidery, felt, woodworking, and your dollhouse. Watching you create is one of the greatest pleasures of my life. I love your love for people, how deeply you care for your family, friends, and the people you work with, and how you make friends with every cashier and call center employee you've ever met. But most of all, how you're the doer to my thinker. I'll have an idea, like backpacking in River Gorge, and you turn it into reality. Even when we were walking like turtles with our giant green backpacks on in the pouring down rain, you were right there beside me with a smile. You pushed me to follow my dreams in ways I never thought possible. But Meg, you've given me so much more than that. Through the last almost 4 years, you've taught, challenged, and grown with me. You've held me when I've cried and have been my #1 supporter through everything life has thrown at us. You've brought so much joy into my life. Except for that one time when we had the stomach flu and you thought it'd be a good idea to eat an entire Chipotle burrito. I felt a little less joy about that.
Starving! I was starving.
So as we officially begin this marriage, Meg, these are my vows to you. I promise to pick pawpaws with you every fall, watch Carol with you every winter, and let you listen to Harry Potter audiobooks every night as we go to sleep. I promise to go to protests with you and vote in every election. Even the little ones. I promise to keep every love note you've ever given me, even the ones you put in my shoes. I promise to never forget to play, to laugh, sing, and dance through life with you. I promise to be your person, to support you in all of your passions, love you the way I've been loved by you, and to keep throwing ideas your way so together we can turn this life into our wildest dream. Meg, you are the love of my life and my best friend. In sickness and in health, you are the person I want to come home to at the end of every day and call my wife.
It is now time for the rings, Kathleen. Meg, please place that ring on Beth's finger and repeat after me. Beth, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I take you now and for always. I take you now and for always. Beth, please place Meg's ring on her finger and repeat after me. Meg, I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Meg, I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I take you now and for always.
I take you now and for always.
No one but you, Meg, and you, Beth, can officially declare yourselves married. Today, September 17th, 2022, you spoke your vows before family and friends who are family. And this is my hope for you. May you have many long years to delight in each other's company. May you make a home together that is both sheltering and welcoming. And may you each do meaningful, productive work at home and in the world as you learn and grow in both valor and accomplishment. It is now my honor and delight to declare you Mrs. and Mrs. Angstadt. Please seal your vows with a kiss.
Everyone, I am Kathleen. My name is Kathleen. I am Meg's maid of honor. And I'm
best friend.
And best friend. If that wasn't obvious. I am so glad that we're here sharing this beautiful day and these beautiful brides all together. So Meg is my oldest friend. We've known each other since 4th grade soccer.
Yeah.
Maria was our so of course my job is to give you all of the dirt on Meg. Unfortunately, there isn't too much dirt I can actually share. Not because there isn't any, but because that would be in violation of our sacred blood pact. As we chanted that dark night so many moons ago.
Meg and Kathleen Spiritus.
Forever and always.
Scratches our
We learned
Latin, okay?
Catholic. But knowing Meg this long, we really have seen it all together. And I say this humbly, but we were truly an epic, dynamic duo. Always have been. And I literally don't know anyone who would deny that. In high school, we tore it up on the tennis court as doubles team. JV. Your baby. We would drive around town like we owned the place, blasting music in Meg's station wagon, affectionately known as the Shaggin' Wagon. And when I missed a week off of school for a family vacation, Meg vlogged every single day to keep me in the loop, all with titles like, Kathleen is the meat to my balls. I am the meat to my balls, I guess. I'm not denying it. But of course, knowing each other this long, we've also seen each other through a lot of heartbreak too. It's hard to be a teenager and a person in this world. But every time I look back, I'm reminded that I could not have asked for a better friend to grow up with. Truly. Through it all, I've come to know two things that I think many of you will understand. First, that Meg is literal magic. Her smile lights up the room, and she can make anyone laugh. And there is just no one more full of life and charm than our Meg, right? And second, that there is nothing more devastating than Meg when she's hurting either. But it's those two things that's why I'm so glad that Meg has Beth.
Yeah.
The first time that I heard about Beth, Meg was all cute and shy about it, and she's not like shy about many things, so it was very, I knew something was different. And then I got to meet Beth for the first time. And this Beth, we were in Delaware all together, and it was, me and Meg, Carson, my partner, and Beth, and we wound up at my parents' house, my family home. And I can tell you, Beth just rolled with the punches there. And my family's like, loud, there's something else. But Beth, she got it off with my mom. They kicked up, and I knew, all right,
Big deal.
she can hang, she fit in. But more importantly, I saw that Beth just truly delighted in Meg, as we all do, and also cared for Meg's heart in a very true way. And I've seen how she's cared for it ever since then. Beth sees Meg for all that she is, which is everything you could ever dream of for your best friend. And now I have a new friend too. So, and we're all still growing up together, but in very different ways. We're getting married. We're talking about house buying and permaculture gardening. and dreaming of meeting up in Yellow Springs, where our future children can have play dates and grow up together like cousins. And so my partner in crime has found her partner in life, and I am truly both of their biggest fans. So here's to growing up together and growing old together. Here is to Meg and Beth.
Okay, hello everybody. I am Sheila. I am Bethany's best friend, as she is mine. So when Bethany and I met, we became very fast friends. We were 6 years old in Miss Near's class, and we liked the same color of crayon, which was cerulean. That was really all it took. We sat next to each other at lunch every day. It was like those cafeteria tables where there's like the divide where they connect the two, and I was on the left and she was on the right. And every day we would go through the same routine. So Bethany's lunches, thanks to Mrs. Angstadt, were always spectacular because she had a cosmic brownie. I know. So every day we would do a little dance of me begging for a little piece of her brownie, and she would break off the corner, sometimes with a sprinkle. That is what we did every single day.
She hasn't changed.
Yes. As we got older, we remained nerds. In 6th grade, we spent a summer afternoon ranking each of the United States from best to worst. Ohio was right in the middle. Right in the middle. To our surprise, actually, yeah. We took a stab at claymation, which fortunately for all of you did not work out. We shared so many special moments together as little kids, but our friendship became deeper and more meaningful as we became adults. Around this time 4 years ago, though we lived in different states, Bethany and I became inseparable. We texted each other constantly, and we talked on the phone for hours at a time. In all conversations, Bethany has this incredible way of making someone feel so special, so valued, so heard, and she quickly became the most important person in my life. This was around the time that Bethany met Meg. I remember how enamored she was with Meg even before their first date. I got screenshots of Meg's Bumble profile.
It was pretty good.
He was very cute. And then on November 17th, 2018, I got a text from Bethany that said, Meg, period, is, period, my, period, girlfriend, period. The first time I met Meg, she gave me a big hug and said that she felt like we were already friends, and that quickly became true. Meg is loving, caring, understanding. On my best and worst days, Bethany and Meg have shown up together. I am extremely thankful that they have found each other, that they are continuing their lifetimes together, and that I can call each of them one of my greatest friends. Cheers to you both.
I heard no. Hello, I'm here. Where's
my daughter. I just wanted to say just a quick thing about the couple, the beautiful couple. I love my Meg, but now I love my Beth. My Beth is, I knew I would do this, okay? Good, we're good. So I remember we were in a park, and Meg and Nathan, my husband, were jumping down this rock, this giant rock. And then Beth started to jump down this rock, and it was like she needed a bit of help, and I'm like, so did Meg at the same time, and I reached for Beth. It was a moment that I said, okay, Beth's my family, you know, and I just want Beth to know that you're welcome and you're loved and you're our family, okay? And your family is our family. I can't see them, but they're here. There you are. So I just want to welcome you guys into the family and just know that you're loved, and you never have to be anything different than you are. Whatever you are, you're here, okay? We love you.
When you're here, your family.
So there you go.
And your own daughter.
Exactly. Thank you, Aislinn. Okay.
Good job.
Here's Nathan, my husband.
There we go. Good job, Mom.
You okay?
I'm fine. It's me.
Hi, this is going to be really short.
Okay.
Just like Meg.
Well, just like Meg.
She's the same size.
She seems, I don't know.
It is a rose session. Whoever said that.
No, let's get this done with. Meg and Beth, it has been really cool watching you start to build a life together. It's been so much fun, and I'm sure you're just beginning. But I've warned Beth a couple of times. I'm going to warn her again. when Meg got teeth, the first thing she did is start biting. She was a hardcore biter, yeah. She's just, as you're aware, more intense than other people are. When she's happy, she's the happiest person in the world. Like Kathleen said, when she's upset, she's the most upset person in the world. When she's mad, she's the maddest person in the world. And
I'm
she
gonna
gets
get
mad
checked
at me
out.
all the time, furious with me. But it can be exhausting. And she's super affectionate one minute, and then she'll just say something devastatingly hurtful the next.
I think we get it,
But hey, but the cool thing is, Meg's totally worth it. Beth says she came into her life, she's happy to never seen her before.
Yeah.
She's just always talking about how great things are and how things have been going great ever since you got together. And I'm just really thrilled that it's now your job to talk her off the ledges. And supply her with nouns. And there's nobody I'd rather see doing it. Nobody's going to do a better job. Congratulations and lots of love to both of you.
Hello, I'm Nick. I'm the brother of the bride. One, do you guys have numbers?
Number one.
Bride number 2. I've known Beth since she was born. Besides 2 other people in this room, I have known her the longest of anyone in this room. And I don't remember saying this, but my dad will never let me forget it. When my parents were going to bring her home from the hospital, I said, "When is my baby sister coming home? Is she a boy or a girl?" Which now has like a completely different meaning than I thought when I was 5. I've also known that Beth for the longest time has had FOMO, the fear of missing out on different things in life. When we would go on car trips as a family, we would be driving, and my dad, who's a avid deer hunter, would see a deer immediately on the side of the road and point it out. And then my mom would see it, and then I would see it, and then we'd be a mile down the road, and Beth would say, "I didn't see the deer." And it would be it's a running joke in our family, and we still do it to this day. I didn't see the deer, or the bear, or whatever else was on the side of the road. When Beth was even smaller than that, we would be up in the living room at night, and all of a sudden, at about 8 o'clock, 8:30, she would just start running in the middle of the room, just running in circles, not even a big circle, just a little circle in the middle of the room, this little blonde girl running in the middle of the room. And we didn't know why she would do that, and we realized she just wanted to keep herself awake. She was trying not to fall asleep, and she was just running in a circle.
She still does it.
Because she didn't want to miss out on what was happening. There would be times when, my family would have people over, and we'd just see a little peek around the corner. And there she would be, just wanting to see what was happening, wanting to see what was happening with us. The fear of missing out. And that happens in relationships. When you get married, I've been married now to my wife for 8 years. And when you get married, you decide to be with one person for the rest of your life, which is an insane choice to make. And I know that Beth, at one point or another, identified as bisexual, and so that means that your choices are every single individual person that's single in the world at one point or another. That's a ton of choices. That's a huge decision to make in life. But when we've had several conversations in the past about other relationships, and what if there's somebody else for me, or what if this is not the right thing, or what if this is not the right one, and we have never had that conversation ever since you met Meg. You have never had a fear of missing out without Meg, with somebody else. Could somebody else be better for me? Could somebody else be a better match for me? Because you are the best match for her. You are the spark plug that needs to push her in your vows. You mentioned that. He pushes her to do other things. Beth is the grounding that grounds at times. And they're perfect for each other. And now she does not have to have a fear of missing out anymore. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for finding Meg, for taking that chance, and for just holding on for dear life. And now, here's to not missing out and having a fear of missing out.
That was so beautiful.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so it's time for the first and Meg and Beth picked a song to honor all of the people who fought for marriage equality and never got the chance for a first dance. Here we are, Secretly by Jimmie Rogers.
Why must I meet you in a secret rendezvous? Why must we steal away to steal a kiss or two? Why must we wait to do the things we want to do? Why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why? Wish we didn't have to meet secretly. Wish we didn't have to kiss secretly. Wish we didn't have to be afraid to show the world that we're in love till we have the right to meet openly, till we have the right to kiss openly. We'll just have to be content to be in love
Friday night and the lights are low, looking up for a place to go. Where they play the right music, getting in the swing, you come to